This is not the outcome anyone wanted, but thanks to your help and support, we have some closure for the family.
Now at 6, heavy hearts in Port Clinton after Harley Dilly's body is found in a vacant home within feet of his own home.
His family was notified early this morning, and this appears to be an accident.
Tonight, questions remain as people cope with the loss after keeping hope alive for weeks.
And this was tragic and terrible. People go home and hug their children and tell your kids that you love them.
The news at 6 starts now. Tonight, we continue to follow breaking news out of Port Clinton. Police announcing they found the body of 14-year-old Harley Dilly. The teen been missing for almost a month now, and tonight we have live team coverage. Michael Tater's been talking with the community, but first we want to get to Amy Steigerwald because Amy, you were at that press conference, that difficult press conference where the police chief was announcing this devastating news. So Amy, what do we know right now and what questions are still circling?
Well, Christy, most of the questions that are still unanswered tonight deal with the house that you might be able to see over my shoulder. That house is the house where Harley Dilly's body was found. And some of those questions, what led investigators there? Why hadn't they searched there before? And most importantly, why was Harley Dilly there in the first place?
This is a tragic outcome to the case and a tough loss to the community. I want to stress that the investigators in this case were many, and the investigation was thorough.
Port Clinton Police Chief Rob Hickman speaking out about the death of 14-year-old Harley Dilly. The teen's body found inside a chimney across the street from his home. Investigators say Harley climbed a TV antenna tower and somehow got stuck in the chimney between the first and second floor. We do not know how long he was in there, but police say he climbed in the morning he was last seen. Many questions are still unanswered, like what led investigators to this home directly across from the Dillys and why it was not searched before. Chief Hickman not specifying what led investigators to that home Monday evening, but saying they had no reason to suspect there was anything or anyone inside.
We were recanvassing the areas we've already searched, and we noticed the house, everything was secured. We had no reason to believe anybody was in the house. There was no forced entry. It was deadbolted and locked. We had to get 2 keys to actually enter the house from the homeowner.
Obviously not the outcome police and this community hoped for. There are obviously still a lot of developing details coming out here in Port Clinton, and as we learn those, we will continue to update you both on air and online. Live in Port Clinton, Amy Steigerwald, WTOL 11.
Thank you, Amy. And the people of Port Clinton have been putting in hours of time searching for Harley, and we're hoping for a different outcome. Michael Tater joins us live from outside the home. Michael, what's the feeling there tonight?
Well, Dan, for most people, it's just simply hard to believe that this is the outcome that we have come to. As you can see, the lights here at the Dilly residence, pink for Harley's favorite color, are still lit. And many neighbors, while this isn't the outcome they expected, say Harley's memory will not soon be forgotten. Now, people have been driving by all day looking at the vacant home where Harley was found and also across the street where the Dillys live. Everyone I spoke to shocked at what happened. Some have questions, but everyone commending law enforcement for their efforts over this past month. Neighbors say the Dillys will continue to have the support of the community behind them as they try to heal from this tragedy and remember Harley.
Action of the community to come together and pull together and hold each other up and hold this family up as they try to heal.
As a symbol, I think, for the community, that came together and rallied around him and his family and used their own time and energies to look for him and help him. And I think that he'll be remembered for bringing people together.
Many neighbors echoing that sentiment that Harley brought everyone together and will leave a lasting mark on this community. Mark Wolf, manager of Fisherman's Wharf, has said that the money that he helped raise, $2,000 initially and over $6,000 from that GoFundMe, if it returns to him from Port Clinton Police, he will return it to the family to help out with funeral expenses. but everyone here not stopping and helping the family, instead sticking with them when they need them the most. For now, live in Port Clinton, Michael Tater, WTOL 11.
Thank you, Michael. This is just a tragic story. You almost need a word even bigger than that to describe this. We want to be sympathetic to the family first, of course, and we want to try to answer some of the many questions that you have.
Reporter Brian Duggar continues our live team coverage tonight in studio to try and answer one of those big questions. Brian?
Guys, take a look at the drone footage behind me here. You know, one of the big questions we've been hearing over and over is, how did Harley's coating glasses end up on the second floor? Now, I talked to a chimney professional this afternoon to get a possible explanation, and this is what he explained to me about the chimneys. Now, police tell us that this home had a second floor fireplace. There's an antenna tower on the side that police said Harley climbed. Once he's on the roof, he could access the chimney near the center of the house. Now, take a look at this graphic of a chimney. The chimney opening is 9 inches by 13 inches, just wide enough for someone of Harley's size to get inside. Looking into the chimney, he would see the smoke shelf, which would appear to him to be the bottom of the fireplace. However, that shelf then leads to an angled flue, and that angled flue would allow his glasses and coat to be deflected onto the floor. However, the opening narrows to roughly 6 inches at that point, impossible for anyone to squeeze through. It would also be impossible to go forward or backwards at that point. Now, we understand people have plenty of other questions, but hopefully this helps answer one of the most common questions we've been getting today. Reporting live in studio, Brian Duggar, WTOL 11.
Thank you, Brian, for that explanation. Great to see that visual and understand. Now, no one had seen 14-year-old Harley Dilly since Friday, December 20th, around 7 in the morning as he walked to school. 2 days later, after extensive searching, the Port Clinton police chief says they didn't suspect any foul play. Christmas Eve, police upgrade Harley's missing alert to an endangered missing child advisory. And that next day, Port Clinton police releasing surveillance video they believed showed Harley, and that's when they began searching a 150-acre area around the city. On December 27th, that search going nationwide. Then last night, the State Bureau of Criminal Investigation searched a home across from the teen's house. This afternoon, Port Clinton police confirming they found Dilly's body in a chimney in an unoccupied home.
We've been following this tragic story since day one. We're committed to following it all the way through. We have all the stories we've done on Harley up on our WTOL 11 News app. We'll continue to update that as we learn more. We have a post up on our Facebook and Instagram pages. If you have positive well wishes for Harley and his family, please share them on our pages so they can find them.